Hello everyone, my name is Frank Ramirez and this is the overview on some videos I will be making as far as arranging for mariachi. So this is the overview. Of course we have the instrumentation, whatever instruments we'll need for a traditional ensemble, the score layout and order. We do have a standard template that we use whenever we set up a score. I'm going to go over instrument information, so things we might need like ranges, how to write in bowings for violin, how to write in lyrics for vocals if we're using a notation software. And then we're going to go over arranging by instrument section. So this means that, for example, if we have 2 violins, 3 violins, how would we write out the part if we only have 1 trumpet in the ensemble, 1 violin? You know, just different scenarios in which we might need to arrange things differently. So materials and requirements that we're going to need. We're going to need access to a device with notation software. I would recommend MuseScore, especially if you're an educator, because it's free and that's most likely what your students might be using. We can use a manuscript paper with musical notation skill if you're going to write it out by hand. And then, of course, fundamentals in music and basic knowledge of theory. For example, chord names, chord construction, progressions, intervals. We might need this especially for the armonia parts. And especially if you're writing in the harmonies for violins, you got to know what chord you're on, so that way you get the other parts correctly. So one of the reasons you might want to use this is rehearsal purposes, whether it be personal or educational. Obviously, if you have your own group, you might want to look into investing some time into writing some of the stuff out, especially if you have some newer members and they don't necessarily have the skill of learning by ear that well yet. Another reason might be competition or festival requirements. So usually at some competitions, you might need to have the whole score of what you're doing in order for the judges to be able to judge you. Course requirement, of course, if you're in college and you're taking an arranging class for mariachi, you're going to need to know how to arrange, and maybe this will help you out if there's something you're not too sure about. And then, of course, you might just want to develop a new skill. So thank you. Once again, I'm Frank Ramirez. If you'd like to contact me, this is how you can do it. And I hope this helps.